Morning, everyone. We are back. It is Monday, and we're going to get back to taking care of these banana circles. We planted them Friday, and now we're going to add some more stuff to them. I've got a bunch of those sweet potato slips we've been growing at the house. We're going to get them planted in here with them as well. Now, as you can see, these have got a good solid root setup. Each slip has got good roots. So we're ready. These are going to grow beautifully. And we really need these sweet potatoes to grow. These are the good ones. So we're going to plant this. This is going to be planted in both of these banana circles. We're going to fill this area with them. One of the things we need desperately is grass. We need grass cuttings like you wouldn't believe. We need more grass cuttings than anything else right now. Want to make a compost pile, but in order to do so, we need a ton of grass. We're trying to neutralize all that nitrogen. The best way to do that is with grass. We're going to try and get it cut, but this damn lawnmower won't run. I don't even know what to do about it anymore. Seriously, this is the ridiculousness. Look at this. This thing won't. It just falls right off. As you see, got the mower working. Took a little playing with it, but it's going to be all right, I think, for now. I fear I may have to buy a new mower, though. The spring they use for the throttle is just not the right one. It does not give us enough tension to get the thing to work properly. But it does all right for now. Right now we just need grass cuttings. So, until I have the time or the energy or the money or all three to go buy a new mower, we'll just have to live with what this one does. Now, I have got things I have to do this morning, so I can't be here all day. But these guys have got, they know what has to be done. And I'm going to come back this afternoon. We're going to get everything else. We're going to work on everything else as well. But for now, I gotta head back to the house. I got some stuff I have got to get done. And then we're gonna come back here and get to it some more. Well, little girl, did you have fun at school?
Yeah.
Yeah? You went to dancing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Put this on. At tonight you only put this on.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
And at tonight you make this stay on.
And what about your little party? Didn't you have a birthday party too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Olivia's party.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, we have picked up Pretty Girl from school. We got everything we needed to get done with her done. Now I'm headed back out to the land. I got a call that the lawnmower died. And that is a new motor that we just had put on that. So I gotta find out what the hell happened. And go have words with the guy that did the repair. Because he put a new motor on, and that motor is what we got a problem with. Alright, we're back. Things look pretty good here. The lawnmower seems to be working again. The guy said he gave it a rest for about half an hour, came back, and it was working. So, maybe it's not quite as bad as we thought. We've got some pretty good sized piles of grass here. Unfortunately, we don't have a good water source. I was really hoping that we'd be able to make a compost pile. But without a good water source, that's just not going to happen. Some really good progress over by the banana circles, over at the branch. We've got 2 of the banana circles done, planted. We put in the sweet potato slips, we planted those. Let's take a look at what's happening over there, because there's an issue that has to be fixed. There's an issue we're addressing, and we're having some good progress at the same time. Now, these sweet potatoes are going to go through this transplant shock. They're going to look a little rough. They may die back from the tops, but the root system should, keyword should, be strong enough to survive. We've got a little mulch around it. Hopefully, we give it a little water, give it some mulch, should be all right. Give us a chance for these things to take off. Last week, I alluded to something that happened, and at the time, I didn't say anything. I didn't go into detail. And my wife always said, and she used to warn, she told me over and over and over again, she said, Jamaicans will steal the cream out of your coffee. And I always said to her, that's ridiculous. And then I came here last week. Now, I've been dealing with all kinds of ridiculous theft. Some of you will remember, hopefully, maybe, I made fertilizer. I took all the comfrey and I took a bunch of moringa, and it was a comfrey moringa tea. You take all of it, you put it in a bucket, you close the bucket, you let it sit for a couple months, and then when you come back, open it up, you mix it with some water, bingo, you got fertilizer. I made that, and I set the bucket over here aside so we'd be able to use it. Let it steep for a few months, come back, put it to use. Somebody came through here, decided that they wanted the bucket. So they dumped out the fertilizer and walked away with a $2 bucket. All that fertilizer destroyed because they had to steal a bucket. I mean, it's bad enough that these people around here don't take care of their animals, let their animals just roam and destroy my crops. But wait till you see what they did. You just won't believe it. This right here is the irrigation line that we set up, and ran to water these trees. We had about 300 feet of it. We ran the line, ran it down this way, and we watered all these trees with it. Somebody came through here and cut this line and stole the irrigation line. I mean, seriously, what kind of lowlife do you have to be to cut someone's irrigation line? My wife used to tell me over and over again, don't put anything here that you don't plan on getting stolen. And I really never believed it was that bad. But when they're going to dump out fertilizer to steal a $2 bucket, when they're going to cut the irrigation line so they can take it. This irrigation line had holes in it at every spot where a tree is. What good is that to somebody? Because it's going to leak in the wrong spot. I mean, this is the kind of low-life garbage I'm dealing with. I mean, the people, they don't take care of their animals. They just let their animals wander and eat all my crops. But then, if I'm not here for, one guy's not here for one day, they show up and cut and steal my irrigation line. And there's more. I could show you a lot of stuff that's been stolen or destroyed, but we need to be able to irrigate these trees. The fact that I can't run an irrigation line without somebody cutting it and stealing it is a real problem. So that's what I was dealing with. And now I've been warned about these water tanks to be very careful. I wanted to get bigger water tanks, and everyone told me if you get different water tanks, they're going to steal them. These water tanks they haven't taken, but I really wanted to get bigger tanks, and I was warned. Maybe it's smart I didn't get the bigger tanks, even though the bigger tanks are what we really could use. You know, it's really sad when you have to make a decision on what you're going to do based on whether or not someone is going to steal from you. We're finishing up. I've been ranting today, so I think we're going to call it quits before I say something that I probably shouldn't say. All right, I really need to get the next section of food forest planted. We're going to start getting the spring rains next month. And if we don't get that stuff in the ground before those rains come, we're going to have a whole heap of trouble. It's going to be a nightmare. So, I really got to get that done. There's a nursery but it's a pretty far drive. It basically, if I go there, it'll be a day. It'll take a day. The trip will be a day. Not the sort of thing I want to deal with, but I need to do it. I can get all the trees we need there. Well, let me rephrase. I can get all but the citrus trees. The citrus trees I have to get somewhere else. The citrus trees are actually much closer. So, we'll see. But I gotta get those trees in the ground before March. So we don't have much time left. Probably this week, maybe next week, we'll get that done.